This is a video on logging into the office computer. It is Tuesday morning and the tellers were in on Sunday, so the computer screen has come up under the scan. It's called scan profile. So the way I want to get out of this is I'm going to go down here to the corner. I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit exit. I'm going to do that again and it brings up a different menu. I'm going to go over here to sign out and I'm going to sign out. Then it's going to bring me to this screen. This is the screen that normally is going to come up first. I've seen some people think they have to go down here and click on this one specific icon. Not true. Click anywhere in the middle of the screen. Then what you want to do is click on the admin profile. There's two profiles out of here, the admin or the scan. The scan is for the tellers only on Sundays. Admin. You're going to enter the password. I'm not going to say it because it can change often. So I'm just going to enter it. Of course, it's going to say it's not correct. I'm just going to try again. There we go. And we're into the screen. Now, first thing you want to do in the morning is click on the Outlook to open up Mail and click on Google Chrome. Once Google Chrome opens, the sites that you want to have open all day when you're here at work are the All Saints Cathedral website. Click that icon right in the top bar. Then once you go here, you want to open the calendar, church calendar. It's going to be tab 2 is going to be the church calendar. Tab 3, lectionary page. Tab 4, if you're going to be adding anything to the calendar, open my church events. Those are the three most common tabs I keep open to answer questions all day, especially the calendar. You're going to want to look at that in the morning and see what activities are happening this week so you know who's coming and going from the cathedral all day. That's how to start the mail. Excuse me, the day. Now, if you're handling mail, you're going to open the Outlook box, and what you're going to see when you open the Outlook box is first thing is I just go through and I delete all the spam, and that can be a task because some days there's just a lot. So you can either right click or you can just go up here and hit junk mail, block sender, hit the enter tab, junk mail, block sender, hit the enter tab, junk mail, block sender, enter tab, junk mail, block center, enter tab. Okay, then once you're going to get through the spam, you're just going to look for anything else that's not labeled spam, delete that. Anything that's Nextdoor Digest, we post all our local events there, so we're going to get emails there. We don't want to put that in junk mail, but just delete them. We're going to put Jack Hughes sends us weekly the attendance for the weekend. This was the weekend. We had the choir was in. We had the church picnic, so we had great attendance at the 10 p.m. He's going to give us all those stats so we know how many bulletins to print the next week. We're going to put that in our bulletin folder. Over here, anything that's AA group related, we put in the AA folder. Anything Acolyte related, Acolyte folder. Anything Lector related, Lector folders. If people are emailing me what their schedules are for the next 2 months, because I've just sent out a letter asking them to, that's most commonly what's going to go in those folders, schedules, so that when I'm ready to assemble the next schedule, I can just log in and see. Bulletin folder, most active folder that I'm going to use every week, because I'm going to throw in there anybody's prayer requests, anybody's request, put anything in the insert. I throw it all in there, so when I get to the day that I'm going to assemble the insert, I go right in there and I grab all the data. Committees and groups, anything about the diocesan convention, it only happens once a year, goes here. The monthly book club information goes here. Chapter minutes go there. We need to print and post them once a month. Circle of Care, only once a year. I really get data for that. Columbarium, rarely. Corporation minutes, most likely quarterly. Evangelism. They have a number of events. Right now we do an annual boat tour. We do Doors Open. We do movie night out in the garden. We do the annual picnic. And then we have the Tuesday meal program where we get scheduled for that. Close that up. Fundraising, any of our fundraising events here. So if anything is going on right now, like pig roast is actually going on right now, we throw that data right in there. Garden committee, Kirking of the Tartan happens once a month, and anything music related, we throw those into the music groups. We do a lot of music events here, and we need to do user agreements for each of those activities that happens. Financial, the most important thing here is once a month we have the Vanco deposits that come in from the accountant. We need to run those, and once they're run, we're going to drop that email in the Vanco deposit folder. Weekly, we get the All Saints e-news. We drop it in here from the diocesan office. Barb over at the diocesan office sends out the diocesan newsletter. We drop it in here. Anything local, we drop it in here. Quarterly newsletter, articles that come in from people, inquiries, anything like that, pieces of data, things we need to follow up when we put the newsletter together, I drop it in there. The reason we keep some of this other stuff like St. John's, downtown hot list stuff, is because sometimes we include that information in our quarterly newsletter or our weekly newsletter, so I store it there. Social media, anything, Google Alerts, Twitter, Yelp, emails, Twitter emails, Spingo, any just basic marketing, Facebook, Eventsy. Sometimes we post our events out there. We just drop those items in there. Now, if you've deleted something, you don't know where to go, go here to the deleted folder. You'll find it. You can drag it right back over to, you can drag it right back over to the inbox if you deleted it by accident. Down here, junk mail, everything you've labeled junk. If you accidentally labeled something junk and you don't want it to be junk, you can undo it by going to the junk mail. And then of course, here's your outbox. So if you're looking for an email, whether you sent something, if it really sent, you can go look in the outbox to find out if it's sent. If you want to send and receive items, meaning it's stuck in your outbox, or you want to know if new mail is supposed to come, just hit that send and receive. It's going to drop a dialog. I'll do that again. A dialog box is going to pop up telling you it's doing a quick refresh. And when you want to send new mail, just go up here, click the new mail button, and besides all the basics too, carbon copy, blind carbon copy subject, when you want to send it, just send it. It has my signature. If you just want to remove this, just backspace over it and remove anything that you want to. Okay, and then just hit, I'm going to minimize it right there, and then just hit send when you're ready to send it, and that's mail.